Barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. So, George Lopez is making news today. Now, let's dissect really quick. He says there's two things you don't do: never marry a black person and don't park in front of his house. I'm from in the city of America, and I know this. See, the reason why jokes are funny because there's truth in every joke. Where I'm from, when I was in New York, a Dominican couldn't marry a black dude. You know what I mean? Like, and even in South Central LA, the Mexican girl that dated the black dude couldn't walk in East LA and walk her home in high school. He would get, they called it, you would get sweated. I don't know if they use that term now, but you would get sweated. You know, they would attempt to check you. So that's the reality of that. You know what I mean? Mexicans are told to marry a Mexican man. You know, Mexican men have that machismo. Now, the reason why I'm going to draw a parallel and say that I wouldn't consider that racist, um, because I've been to um, comedy clubs and I've heard the carpool joke about Mexicans. I've heard, the essays, you know, the black dude talk about the essays and, how fertile a Mexican woman is. I've heard all of that. But where I draw the line, where I have the problem is how when he was challenged, he called her a bitch. I find that and how he did it. He didn't do it in a joking manner. He was angry. He was very visceral with his emotion. So that's why I would equate that to something Donald Trump would do. If you don't like what I did, well, fuck you. Get the fuck out, bitch. You're not welcome here. Pretty much that's it. And I believe she was in the front row. I just heard the audio. I haven't seen the video yet. And it looks like she had some expensive seats because she was rather close. It felt like in the video she was rather close to. I'm gonna watch the video on TMZ, but I want to do a separate video just in case it changed my emotions. I'll do that separately. But how comfortable is he to call a woman a bitch? Let's extract the color. I know it's a comedy show, but what man calls a woman a bitch in front of 500 people? I don't. In the joke, yes, but to a woman's face, you call her a bitch, and that in that tone. So, anyways, that's where I draw the line. He's wrong for calling a woman a bitch. I can't get sensitive about the joke. I can't get sensitive about that. I can't because I've said Mexican jokes or Latin jokes or Puerto Rican jokes, and they've said jokes about us. I can't. But where I do draw the line is him calling her a bitch and actually meaning it. So, barbershop conversations. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. And let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think it was racist? Or I know the undertone. I get all of that where you come, but I'm trying to isolate this since I know the undertone between Mexicans and blacks in LA and blacks and Puerto Ricans, blacks and Dominicans in New York. I know the undertone. I know the undercurrent. I'm not dismissing that. I'm isolating this incident because who are we to put a muzzle on a comedian, and he's telling jokes. Again, I'll say this: there's truth in every joke. That's why it's humorous. A person that can cleverly put life and make it humorous wins. So in terms of being a comedian. So barbershop conversations. Hit the subscribe button. I'm really interested to hear what you guys say. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.